A lot has changed in the past 6 months, in our hearts and in the world around us. Baby boy, have a baby. In the time since we last posted a video, we've been looking at cultures and communities around the world and observing what it really means to live a long, happy, vibrant life full of zeal. We stumbled across these places called blue zones, where people have shown to live 100+ years. And it's not just about the length of their life, it's also about the quality in which they are living it. Researchers have shown that there are many similarities among these various cultures. They are happier, healthier, and more fulfilled than most other people living on Earth. So that got us wondering, why is this? What is their secret sauce? What are they doing to live such joyous, wonderful lives? We dug a little bit deeper and found that there are really 9 cornerstones that they all live by. It turns out that these 9 cornerstones are the most important. Is he okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It turns out that these 9 cornerstones are the most important aspects when it comes to living long, happy lives. Number 1, have a purpose. Have a reason to get up every morning. Number 2, de-stress. Incorporate relaxation rituals into your daily life. Number 3, eat mindfully. Number 4, put your family first. First being the key point in that one. 5, be spiritual. It's okay to believe in a higher power. We all need a little bit of help now and then. 6, eat plants. Check. Number 7, be a part of a community and maintain strong social ties. Number 8, be active, whether this be gardening, walking, yoga, some high intensity, whatever. Make sure you're getting in your daily activity. And number 9, belong. Mix with like-minded people who also love to live a healthy lifestyle. We decided that we wanted to live somewhere where we could create our own blue zone. A place where we can be around like-minded people, a place for community, a place that we can exercise with our family all year round, somewhere where a plant-based diet is the norm and spirituality is palpable in the air, and embrace the natural beauty all around us. For us, that place ended up being Maui, Hawaii. These 9 principles are what Living Zeal is going to be about moving forward. We want you to walk away from these videos being inspired to live your zeal. This is no longer going to be a channel about living and sometimes struggling on the road in a bus or a van conversion. It's going to be a channel about living your best and longest life. It is now what it was always supposed to be. Welcome to the new Living Zeal. This very first episode will be all about putting family first. So let's get into it.
Hi, Grayson. Hi, little choo-choo. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I love you so much. I love you so much.
So this topic just became extremely important to me, and not just because I recently became a father, but I think I need to tell you about my father so that you understand why it's so important for me to just be the best dad and best husband that I can possibly be. So I grew up in a white suburban neighborhood in Winchester, Virginia. My mom did a really good job of making sure that we never knew if money was an issue or if my mom and dad were fighting or really any problems that involved sort of the outside world. She did a really good job of protecting us from all of that. And my dad, he was a really fantastic husband and father. You know, he'd bring my mom home flowers all the time just for no reason. He'd make us dessert every single night while we gathered around the TV to watch whatever show it was. And he taught me to respect women, taught me to respect the world around me, and to respect myself. I really had a picture-perfect upbringing. So it wasn't until I was 16 years old that my dad, being human, he got addicted to prescription drugs. It really wreaked havoc in his life, and mostly it was opiates, Oxycontin in particular. My mom's really good friend had diabetes, and she had to have her leg amputated. And while that was all going on, we were helping take care of her house for her. Well, my dad, and one of the worst moves he's ever made, was watching her house one day, watering the plants, and he saw a full bottle of extremely powerful Oxycontin on her kitchen counter. She just had her leg amputated, so she really needed it. Well, he pocketed the entire bottle, and when she found out, she told my mom, and my mom confronted my dad about it. And at that point, he thought, he's going to prison. There's no way out of it. I'm caught, I'm busted, she's gonna press charges, everything's over. So for whatever reason, he decided that he was gonna run from it all. He packed up his Ford Focus, and without a goodbye, without saying anything to us, he drove and moved his life to Cancun, Mexico. I didn't hear from him or talk to him for weeks. It wasn't until my birthday that he left a message on our answering machine that I couldn't bring to erase for like 6 or 7 years after that, just telling me happy birthday. And finally, when I was 19 years old, I forgave him, and I decided to move down to Cancun and live with him for a while so that I could sort of move on with my life. I needed that cathartic experience. So I did. I lived in Cancun for quite some time with him, and I saw what had happened to him. And he wrestled every day with the guilt of abandoning his family and his entire life. And this led him to the bottle. He would drink a handle of tequila a day, and that's not even an exaggeration. It was devastating, and I told him when I was down there, hey Dad, if you don't stop drinking like this, then I'm not gonna come visit you again. And I'm gonna cut myself out of your life again, and just, and basically I was saying that, hoping that he would think that I was more important than the booze. Should have known from someone who suffers from massive addictive problems that it's not that easy, it's not that simple. So years went by, I came back to the States, and I decided to go to college for photography. I moved to Washington, D.C., and I was just about to turn 25 years old when I got a phone call from my mom at about 9 o'clock at night. I'll never, ever forget it. She said, Chad, your dad is dead. That feeling, I'll never forget how heavy it felt on my chest, how my stomach felt empty and a big knot rose in my throat. I didn't know what to say. I was speechless. She told me that he was drunk driving and got into an accident. And, the hospitals in Mexico are just atrocious. And he had internal bleeding, and they couldn't do anything about it. A lot of the reason for that was because his blood was so thin from the alcohol. And he died. I never got to go to my dad's funeral. I never got to see him one last time. I never got to have that closure. I never even got his ashes. We didn't even get his remains because of all the red tape you have to go through when you're shipping ashes of somebody to the United States. I still don't have my father's urn, and it's been over 10 years. But this experience changed my life forever. Obviously, because I don't have a father anymore, and every time something big happens, like get married, have a kid, it hits me like a ton of bricks that he's not there. He's never gonna meet Grayson. My dad's name was Brian. and that's Grayson's middle name. We named Grayson after my dad because he had such a powerful impact on my life, both in raising me the right way to be a respectful human, and then also teaching me the wrong way through example and reminding me every day of what can happen when you leave family, when you run away from it all. So that's why it's so important for me to give everything to this family, because it's the only one I got. I miss him every day. I love this little monster.
Well, yeah.
This little monster.
Is it just because he's cute?
Yeah, if he was an ugly baby, I don't know. So these are our new roommates.
Hey, honey. Hey, buddy.
They're pretty beautiful and amazing and majestic. Hey.
Hey there.
Artax is being standoffish.
The babies.
It's because the baby. It's because Grayson.
He cried one time when we came over here, and ever since then he won't come up to Grayson.
No.
Which I can't say I blame him. Ooh!
Mama just stepped in poo-poo.
I want to ride my bicycle. 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 That was close. That was really good. I want to ride my bicycle. 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 Bicycle, 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 bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle.
That's gold.
I love you.
I love your pinky fingers. I love your bicep muscles. I love.
So in this video so far, we've only showed you our little family that we're trying to create, but we actually have a lot of really amazing family kind of scattered all across the country. So cue the big map of America.
So I have my 2 brothers, a sister-in-law, my niece and nephew in Idaho. In Colorado, I have my mom, my stepdad, my grandmother, several aunts and uncles, cousins, and both of my best friends. I have 2 wonderful cousins in New York City, aunts and uncles and cousins in Connecticut and Maryland, and my other little brother and dad are in Florida.
And I have my mom and stepdad in Pennsylvania. My sister, brother-in-law, and 2 nephews are in Maryland. My cousin, who's really like a brother to me, lives in West Virginia. My aunt, uncle, and cousin are in North Carolina. And I also have grandparents in New York City, Maryland, and North Carolina. So we have family from coast to coast, and while we were living on the road, we really tried to make it a point to go visit all of them in our travels. But now, in the time of coronavirus, that's not so easy. However, every Sunday, we get to do a huge video chat with all of our Colorado family. We've video chatted several times with Zaina's brothers in Idaho. We've got video chat last week with her dad in Florida. Video chat with my mom. My grandmother loves to stay in touch via social media. It's just really cool that we live in an era when you can have families scattered all over the place and still be able to maintain really strong relationships with them. So really, don't feel bad if you have a huge family that's spread all over the place and you find yourself trying your very hardest to maintain relationships with them. Look, they're family. They love you. They'll understand. So with all that being said, we really feel that it's most important for us to focus on the family that we're trying to create right now. You know, truth be told, the only family that you get to pick yourself is your spouse. So choose wisely. And then you get to create another little human with them. That's a little bit of them, it's a little bit of you, and a whole lot of them. Self, themself,
Himself.
So love is a really, really powerful thing. And when you spend time with your little one, you release oxytocin, otherwise known as the love hormone, because it makes you feel all those warm fuzzies that you feel when you're in love. And it's not just moms that get this gift. You know, if a father spends time and engages with their little baby, they also release oxytocin.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Research has actually proven that not only do mothers release it when they're breastfeeding, but literally dads who are engaged in their children's life release it. And it's also cool because people who have adopted children also have the capability to release oxytocin when engaging with their little one, which is really, really neat.
Mm-hmm. And it's no surprise that release of oxytocin is what can lead to a more full and longer life. You know, no one ever gets to the end and says, damn, I wish I hadn't spent so much time with my family. It's always the opposite, right? So, truly, if you want to live a long, happy, fulfilled life, a really good place to start is with the love of a family.
We want to thank you guys again so much for tuning in to our new livingZEAL channel. Things have been changing a lot around here, and we're so happy to finally share it all with you guys. Make sure that you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you actually get notified when we post these new videos, and then get excited because next week we're going to be sharing a video all about the movement aspect of the Blue Zones and what we do to incorporate daily movement into our everyday life. Did I say daily twice?
Daily, every day.
Daily in our daily days.
If you guys didn't notice, this whole video has taken place at our home here, and that's because we've been quarantined for 14 days, but the quarantine just got over today.
We literally just received a call from the lieutenant of the Maui Police Department saying that we can finally
be free. So we're really excited to hit the beaches, get on some awesome hikes, and you guys are gonna see all of that in the next video.
All right, guys.
Live zealously, full of love. Love you guys.
Bye. See you next time.
Aloha.
Keep going. Keep moving up. Yes. Keep moving up. Yes. Ooh.
Mama just stepped in poo-poo. It's right in between your toes. So that's why we should wear shoes, I guess. All right, let's go to the hose.
What are you doing? What are you doing, cutie face? Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. He's like, I'm half smiling.
What does that move? I like it.
He's like, I like your boot and I'm happy.